more local to Paris and to have a personal challenge. I signed up for this 10-mile or 16-kilometer race from Paris to Versailles, and it's in like a week and a half, so we have to train. Let's go do a long run around Paris. Oh, I of course also love to run for my mental health and the sense of relief that comes after running and creating the mental space that like working out and moving your body and sweating gives you. That's genuinely one of the main reasons why I've exercised for years consistently, is for the brain. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Let's talk about today's sponsor, Accredited Debt Relief. If you're also looking for relief when it comes to financial freedom and feeling better about your finances, it's great to learn about Accredited Debt Relief and how it might be able to help you. If you're feeling stuck in your own life when it comes to financial difficulties like paying the bills, paying off debt, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, reduce your monthly payments by up to 40% on eligible debt and help you get out of debt in 24 to 48 months. And there's also no upfront fees, and you can finally have that sense of relief knowing you don't have to work to pay the minimum on your bills or to credit card companies and lenders. And if you want to learn more about getting some more potential financial relief in your life, I will leave them in the description below so you can check them out for yourself. And on that note, let's get some mental relief and get outside and run. I think it's gonna be a pretty sunny run in Paris, and this is gonna be a long run for me. I haven't run this far in like a year and a half, so we'll see how today goes. I'm hoping for the best, and let's get out there.
Chanson. À votre avis, qu'avons-nous vu de l'amour? De vous à moi, vous m'avez eu, mon amour.
This race, it's gonna be a struggle. I'm a mile late, I'm done. Beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. 9.5 miles later. Oh god. Beautiful view.
Le temps d'une chanson.
Time for my very average and normal morning routine of making eggs. I've recently been thinking a lot about the quarter-life crisis I experienced in the last 2 years. I feel like here in Paris, my friends are from very different ages. I have a pretty close friend who's 21, I have a close friend who's 35. Having people in such different stages of life can be very eye-opening. For one, I was talking to my friend yesterday who's newly 25 and I'm 27, and just hearing her talk about how stressed she is about the future reminded me so much of me at 25. Not that it's really that long ago, it was literally 2 years ago. You've seen my last content, you've seen me really go through it in terms of having this like quarter-life crisis, of feeling unsure, of feeling confused about my identity, about where I'm going and what I'm meant to be doing. And I've realized this year, I haven't been feeling those things as much. And it's not because I haven't figured out. I think it's because I've just accepted that I don't know, and I found a lot of peace in that. I think turning into those ages where you felt like, oh, I will definitely know X, Y, Z by then, and realizing, oh, I still don't know. That's actually really okay. Most of us don't really understand where we're going or fully who we're meant to be, this lifelong journey. And I think once you accept that, oh my goodness, the amount of anxiety that has been relieved. I think that sounds so much. I think when you truly embrace a combination of acceptance of the unknown and also an understanding of the free will that you have, knowing, oh, I don't have to do it the way that I always thought was necessary. Everyone's path looks so incredibly different. And I think the only thing for me that's been a bit tricky is wanting to have roots somewhere. I think if you've lived between two places or you moved abroad, it's hard when both kind of feel a bit temporary. In my head, I've always been like, I'm moving back to New York. But of course, the longer I spend here, the more friendships I make, the more people I meet. The older I get, the more I'm like, oh, I want to like have a place that feels like an established home. I'm very torn between two places. I'm loving Paris a lot, more than I expected. I miss New York, but at the same time, New York had made me feel so anxious and unbalanced and burnt out. And that's a very complicated relationship. But that's something I've just been thinking about, where I'm like, I'm really enjoying Paris, but I'm like, if Paris isn't for forever, does it make sense to stay here until maybe I'm like 29 and then like start over again? But I think I'm a lot more okay with just being like, you know what? We'll figure it out as we go. Anyways, that's enough yapping for me. I just want to show you guys a few little days in Paris. You saw a few vlogs ago, I needed like a little break from vlogging, so I haven't vlogged as much, but I really want to pick it back up. So if you do want to see more vlogs, let me know what you like to see. So, okay, let's get on with the day.
J'imagine qu'on parte à deux. quitte la ville, je me rappelle le goût du sel qui me
On se voit à la fin et on se retrouve aussi pour une petite surprise avant. Tout doit être à température.
besoin d'écran total à l'ombre de notre château de sable. Dans le sont des coquillages.
Just did my little pastry class with Cicely. In theory, I learned how to make a little pastry. In actuality, I understood maybe 10% of what he said. So fun, but also a little painful language-wise. But I made a friend at the end. I love this little quarter here by the Ritz. It's so pretty. Hello from back in my cozy little apartment. Oh, that's close. Hi. I just went to this cute little cooking class at the Ritz, which was so cool. Making me feel like Emily in Paris. The whole time I was like, excuse me, what? As the outsider who doesn't speak the language, I expect like nobody to like automatically speak in English just to help me. Hard because I want to make friends and French women are not particularly warm, most of them. Some are. It's just a bit challenging because I feel like whenever I'm in a social situation, I always like try to see who's on the outside and like standing alone and like bring them in. Like I'll invite them to the conversation. I'll clue them into what we're talking about so they're not left out. I just feel like that's like a cool girl thing to do is like be inclusive, and like that just doesn't really exist in a lot of French culture. Even on a bigger scale, I think a lot of the French stay with the same friends they've had for a very long time. Like a lot of people's friend groups are from like their teenage years. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I think it's something I've noticed that is a little bit more like French than it is in like the cities in the US. In a big metropolitan area like New York, I feel like people, for the most part, are very inclusive and wanting to make new friends, but for a big metropolitan area like Paris, people are quite closed unless they're like expats or maybe somebody who's like lived abroad so they understand. Anyways, that's fine, but it's just an observation. I keep trying to really pay attention to the things I'm noticing because I know you guys have said it's helpful for like those who are curious of what it's like to like actually live in France. So I'm taking notes, and I have one more little event tonight which will be cute. My best friend Ashley is gonna come. She moved to like London to be with her boyfriend at the same time that I came to Paris, so it's really sweet having us just be like one train ride away.
Je l'ai déjà vu 1000 fois, mais jamais sans toi. J'ai cru qu'on était bien ensemble, que rien n'était plus important. Il y avait un truc en moi pourtant. Je voyais un truc en toi tout ce temps. Là c'est d'être face aux choses qu'on n'oublie pas. Mais dis-moi qu'il n'est jamais.
How are you? How'd you sleep?
I slept so well.
We're awake, we're alive.
Like physically awake, mentally.
Mentally,
We'll get there.
questionable. Morning from Paris. It's just a classic little work day. I have some fashion week events tonight, so come along.
Fashion.
Surprise!
Good morning, everyone. I came for a sleepover. I was lost with nowhere to go. I was on the streets of Paris, like, let me in.
Anybody?
Do you know the little meme of like an ant with his knapsack and he's just walking around like, please?
You're like the funniest guest appearance.
Sorry. Take your influencer to work day.
Yeah. A beautiful day in Paris. I think
So pretty.
Jack literally brought the sun. I think it was you.
This tends to happen.
Yeah.
No, I'm literally from the UK. I bring rain wherever I go. And roast dinners. We also do a mean Yorkshire pudding.
Who is she? I have never slicked back my hair. I feel like a new Elena. Eliki. I'm going to my first ever Paris Fashion Week. And I'm not gonna lie, a little bit, I'm quite nervous. I have a Givenchy event and a Longchamp event. Longchamp? Both, which are like pinch me, and I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited. Okay, but this is what I'm wearing, I need to go. We have this little Reformation set, very cute. These boots, that were not made for walking. And then just as cool as the trench because I'm gonna be biking there and I don't wanna flash anybody, slash it might rain. Let's go to my first ever Paris Fashion Week. If we make friends, except you don't really make friends in these things.
J'ai trop dormi. Juste avant minuit, voilà que débute le règne de mes insoumis. J'ai marché dans le noir. Et j'ai marché dans le noir. J'ai marché dans le noir.
Hello, good morning. How are we doing? Time to head out for brunch. Yes, I have worn this sweater like non-stop. You know what? In the fall, I'm a creature of habit. When I like something, I wear the hell out of it. This is from Cezanne, and it is so soft. I will link down below. But we're going to a little birthday brunch for my friend Anna, which is fun because I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't really have many American friends, or really like any American friends in Paris. I guess besides Damon, but he's never here. And most of my friends are, some are French. But a lot of internationals, like Germany or Kazakhstan or Morocco. I'm excited because Anna is American, so it's nice to see an American friend here, as well as Allie, who's Canadian, and she's a Moulin Rouge dancer. They're both amazing, like Instagram girlies. Also, these pants, can you see how long these are? For my tall girls out there, these are like 36-inch inseam. I haven't heard of this brand until I got to Paris and I saw it on Zalando. I was just like looking up like tall girl pants because I'm obsessed with these. I will also link these below. I think you can only get them in Europe, unfortunately, but love them. Let's go. Hello! The girlies are out. Happy birthday!
Avocado toast for my birthday. This looks like the most beautiful avocado toast in Paris that I've had.
Par contre, on adore se moquer des autres, en particulier de nos voisins et...
Y'all, I feel like getting to the point where you can like speak in really small sentences and understand when people speak to you like you're a child is feasible and you feel the progress as you go, but to get to the point where you can actually hold even just a casual but like proper conversation and comprehend when people are speaking very quickly to you just on the fly, you know, even small talk conversation. We're not talking like philosophy and humor at this point. Just to get from the first part to that part is so humbling. I feel like I like can't improve. I have to keep reminding myself it's not impossible. It's just a matter of time. People learn languages constantly, and it's just about the amount of hours put down to study and comprehend. But if you guys have any tips to breaking to that next layer, let a girl know. I think I probably personally need some type of like actual intensive course where I'm going every day. I did that for a couple weeks last fall, which definitely helped, and I just haven't had time this year. So maybe in the winter I'll try to do that. Okay, that's enough of that though. I really don't have one of those languages brains, but I'm trying to force it. I think I need a French boyfriend. That's what everyone keeps telling me. One thing I will never get over is Paris at sunset. Like, it is magnificent. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy to just be a little single girl in her 20s, getting to see the world, and there's so much freedom in having every evening just be a new experience to kind of like see what happens and meet new people and go to fun places. I will forever be in love with this balcony. I have bonded with this balcony. I spend every morning here with my cup of coffee. Every evening I come and take a little peek, and it is just a dream.